There is something she doesn't usually talk about, not because she's ashamed of it, but because it feels personal in a different way than everything else in this space. More vulnerable somehow, like showing someone a room in your house that you usually keep the door closed on. She wants to talk about faith. She believes in God. She always has, even when she hasn't always known what to do with that belief or how to hold it alongside everything else she was carrying. It has been quite constant, something steady underneath everything. On the days when nothing else felt solid, this did. And she's grateful for that, genuinely. But she wants to be honest about something. Believing in something steady doesn't mean you always feel steady. Trusting in a plan doesn't mean you always understand the plan. Having faith doesn't mean the hard things stop being hard. And lately, in this season of feeling lost and uncertain and quietly waiting for things that haven't come yet, faith has been both a comfort and a complexity. The comfort part is real. There are moments, usually quiet ones, usually when she's stopping, trying to figure out everything out, where something settles in her, a kind of peace that doesn't make logical sense given everything she's been carrying. A feeling that underneath all the threatened and uncertain things, the longing and the unanswered questions, something is holding. She can't explain that rationally. She's not going to try. She just knows that in her lowest moments, when the career felt most hollow and the longing felt most acute, something kept her from completely unraveling. And she thinks that something is faith. But there's the complexity. When you believe in a God who sees you, who knows you, who has a plan for your life, it adds a particular dimension to an unanswered longing. Because the thing she wants most, love, a partner, a family of her own, that's not an unreasonable thing to want. It is one of the most human, most ancient desires there is. And so sometimes the question underneath the longing isn't just when. It's why not yet? And there's no answer to that. Faith doesn't always give you the reason. Sometimes it just gives you the company. Maybe you are in an in-between right now too. Maybe you're waiting for something that hasn't come yet and something you can't fully explain and feeling the tension of both of things at once. Faith in the in-between doesn't feel like certainty. It doesn't feel like the face described in stories where someone stands firm and radiates peace. It feels more like choosing to keep the light on even when you can't see what's outside the window. It feels like saying, I don't understand this, and I don't like this, and I'm not going to pretend otherwise. But I'm going to keep trusting anyway. Not because there's proof, but because closing off, hardening, deciding that nothing is holding and nothing is coming, that feels like a loss neither of us is willing to accept. Faith is one thing that doesn't ask you to have it figured out. It just asks you to keep going. And on most days, that's enough. After recording this, something was written about a specific moment where faith felt less like belief and more like stubbornness. About choosing to keep the light on when part of you wanted to turn it off. Link in the description. Still figuring it out, and for now, that has to be enough.